Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. European Union leaders have agreed on a plan to block more than 2/3 of Russian oil imports. The ban will only affect oil that arrives by sea, but not pipeline oil, following opposition from Hungary. European Council Chief Charles Michel said the deal cut off a huge source of financing for the Russian war machine. It is part of a sixth package of sanctions approved at a summit in Brussels, which all 27 member states have had to agree on. Russia currently supplies 27% of the EU's imported oil and 40% of its gas.
Thanks to this, Council should now be able to finalise a ban on almost 90% of all Russian oil imports by the end of the year. This is an important step forward.
Oil prices extended a bull run after the news, as well as China deciding to lift some coronavirus restrictions amid rising demand ahead of peak US and European summer driving season. Brent crude for July, which expires on Tuesday, rose 1.9% to $124 a barrel, while US West Texas Intermediate crude was trading up 3.7% from Friday's close. Both July loading contracts are set to end May as the sixth straight month of rising prices. Civil aviation authorities have confirmed the black box of a Tara airplane that crashed in Nepal on Sunday has been recovered. Search teams first located the crash site on Monday. The remains of all 22 people on board have now been found. The plane was on a 20-minute flight when it lost contact with air traffic control 5 minutes before it was due to land. 4 Indians, 2 Germans and 16 Nepali passengers were on board the plane. Protests against authorities in Iran in the wake of a deadly building collapse are continuing a week after the incident, according to videos on social media. Angry demonstrators have taken to the streets nightly across Khuzestan province, where the unfinished building fell down last Monday. The death toll has risen to 34, with 4 people still missing. The incident in Abadan is the deadliest of its kind in Iran. 13 people reportedly, including the mayor, 2 former mayors and the building contractor, have been arrested over the collapse. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said Canada should introduce a total ban on the buying and selling of all handguns. His government is proposing a new law that would freeze private ownership of all short-barreled firearms. The legislation would not ban the ownership of handguns outright, but would make it illegal to buy them. Mr. Trudeau's proposal comes days after the deadly shooting at a Texas primary school, which killed 19 children and 2 teachers. The bill would make it impossible to buy, sell, transfer or import handguns anywhere in the country.
We're also fighting gun smuggling and trafficking by increasing maximum criminal penalties and providing more tools for law enforcement to investigate firearm crimes.
Election analysts say Australia's new Labour government has secured a majority in Parliament. The centre-left party, led by Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, defeated Scott Morrison's Conservative coalition in an election on the 21st of May.
Today, Labor has claimed the 77th seat.
A record vote for independents and minor parties had made it uncertain whether Mr Albanese would govern in his own right. But he now has the 76 lower house seats needed after victories in tight races. The Royal Cavalry and military have rehearsed a Jubilee Pageant on horseback ahead of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. The rehearsal took place around the Mall and the Queen Victoria Memorial outside Buckingham Palace. Britain will mark Queen Elizabeth's record-breaking 70 years on the throne this week, with 4 days of celebrations ranging from military parades and a church service to street parties and a pop concert outside Buckingham Palace. There will be 2 public holidays to create a 4-day weekend for nationwide events commemorating her reign. And finally, Egypt has unveiled a major find of 250 sealed coffins containing mummies, 150 bronze statues of ancient gods and goddesses, and other antiquities at the Saqqara necropolis. An Egyptian archaeological mission working in Bubastion Cemetery area discovered a bronze statue's cache in the site that dates back to the late period of ancient Egypt. The cache included 150 different sized bronze statues of gods and goddesses. A collection of cosmetics was also found, including combs, eyeliners, containers, bracelets, earrings and seed necklaces. The discovery was made during the 4th excavation of the site that started in April 2018. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.